Hello, my name is Keshwani. That's Keshwani, Keshwani. I have been solving math problems for GMAT out of this book here, the GMAT Review, the official guide. If you do not own this book already, and if you're thinking about sitting for GMAT, it is important that you purchase this book immediately. You will find it at mba.com. mba.com. The problem that I'm about to solve is the one that you will find on page number 171, problem solving, number 139. Let's take a look at it. You have to have the book in front of you so that you can follow my work and so that you can understand the problem, so that you're able to read the problem yourself. It says, a restaurant meal costs $35.50. I'm going to make a note here. $35.50. We are told that there was no sales tax. Okay, that's fine. And then we are told that if the tip was more than 10% but less than 15%, we know that the tip that was left was more than 10% but was less than 15%. The question simply is, the total amount of money that was left behind must have been between what two amount, and they give you the 5 choices there. Let's take a look at it. So it's between 10% and 15%. So what is 10% of this amount? If you have watched my previous clips, you know that I have always told you that the exam is not about doing out all the math, it's just about thinking. Don't waste your time trying to figure out the exact 10% of this amount. I hope that you're able to tell me what is 10% of 35. 10% of 35 is $3.50. Even though this is not $35, this is $35.50. 35 is close enough. So 10% is $3.50. So that's the 10%. So let's add them up. You get a 0 here, 1 carry, 39. So it's between $39 and now I'm going to figure out the 15%. And how do I figure out 15%? Well, this is 10%. What is half of $3.50? Half of $3.50. I know that half of $4 is $2. Therefore, half of that has to be about $3.75, or rather $1.75. This represents the 5%. I'm getting it from here. Half of 350. Why am I taking half of 350? Because I know 350 is 10%. If I take half of that, that's another 5%. So that will give me the upper limit. The lower limit I know is $39. Let's see what the upper limit is. It looks like $75. $40.75. So somewhere between $39 and $41 is the amount that was left on the table. Let's see. Oh, there you go. Answer choice B is the answer. That's it. Sometimes you get lucky. Some questions are very simple and some are not. That was the end of this question. Answer is B. And I hope you understood where I got this from. The reason why people end up wasting tremendous amount of time in the exam and therefore in the process ended up getting poor score is because they sit there and try to figure out the exact bloody thing down to the last penny. It's not necessary. 350 is close enough. You don't have to sit there and say $3.55. It will serve no purpose. 350 is good enough. And then take half of that, which is $1.75. So now I know that this is the upper limit, somewhere between $39 and $41. Right there, the answer is B. That covers it. That's all it is. You always have to keep in mind, as I have said many times before, I don't know how many of my previous clips that you have watched, but as I have said a number of times before, there are 2 things that you're not doing when you're taking the GMAT. You're not performing an open heart surgery, and you're not sending a satellite in the sky. And therefore, you don't have to be so damn bloody precise. It's not necessary. Approximation is good enough. So anyway, it's between $39 and 41 cents. I hope you found this helpful. If you wish to purchase my DVDs that I put together, which contain the solutions to all the math problems, there are about 400 of them, 250 problem solving questions, 150 data sufficiency questions. If you wish to purchase those DVDs, or if you wish to hire me for personal private tutoring, in either case, go to my website at www.prep, gmat.com. Send me an email and we'll talk. Alright? Thanks.